Well, here it is 11 months later, and I got another problem with my fuel sending unit that I installed in my MGB here. So let's see what the problem is. Okay, this is the problem I've got. When I turn on my key, the fuel gauge goes all the way up to full. Well, the only problem is I've only got about 2 gallons of gas in the tank. So it's either the gauge or the sending unit. And I've already checked the gauge by grounding out the wire back at the tank, or unhooking the wire back at the tank, and the fuel gauge goes down to 0 or empty, which means that it's not the fuel gauge. So let's go back at the fuel tank and see what the heck is wrong with the sending unit. Okay, I've jacked up the body so that I can have better access to the tank. The next thing we got to do is check to see how much gas is left in the tank. And by doing that, what we have to do is undo this rubber collar here with by taking off the 2 clamps and checking to see how much gas is in the tank. If there's only a couple of gallons in the tank, by jacking the body up, it should make any gas that's in there, if it's only a gallon or so, go over to the other side of the tank. And since the sending unit is on the passenger side over here, it shouldn't be any problem with gas coming out when I remove the sender. Okay, I'm taking these 2 clamps off. They're held on by just a couple of screws here. Come on, get in there. And they should just pull it out. There it goes. This here is an anti-siphon device that I bought that you just insert in the neck of the your neck of the fuel tank, and it stays in there because you know, by friction. And it keeps people from trying to siphon your gas. Your gas. So let's check the tank and see if there's any gas in there. Okay, we checked the gas by putting this stick in here, and hopefully any gas that's in there is over on the other side of the tank, opposite of where we had to take out the unit. And okay, that looks pretty good. I don't see no gas on there. So let's see about taking the unit out. Okay, now the first thing we got to do to get the sending unit out is to unhook the wire coming back from the fuel gauge, which is nothing more than the ground wire, and we take that off. You don't have to worry about shorting out because it's just ground wire. Now it's got these 3 little nibs right here, and over here, and there's one over here, so on. And you got these 3 little kits that come out. I guess that's what you call them. And you take your screwdriver and you put it up so it catches on one of these nibs and the other one over here, one of these other ones over here, and you turn it counterclockwise. Oops, wrong way. There you go. Counterclockwise until they line up with those indents, and that allows you to take the ring off, the retaining ring. It comes right off. There it is right there. And now the unit is ready to come out. And just pull it out like this. And there it comes right out, just like that. Now we'll check to see what's wrong with it. Okay, here's the unit I just took out of the tank. So what we're going to do is check with a multimeter here. And I got it set on ohms, 20,000 ohms. So we'll hook that red one up to the ground. And we'll hook the negative up here to where the wire comes in. And we'll turn our meter on here. And wow, I'm getting a good reading on it. Empty. I'm getting a reading there. Huh. Looks like it's alright. Alright, put it back in. We had this little notch right here at the top. And that lines up with that little notch on the unit itself that was on the top. So when we put it back in, we just put it back in this way, and we slide it in and line that notch up. And unless you're Curly, Larry, or Moe from the Three Stooges, there's only one way to put it in, so you can't screw it up. Next, we take this retaining ring, and it's got these little nibs here, like I said, and it's got 3 little nibs here. You just line those up like that, okay? And then we take our screwdriver and we turn it clockwise, just to get those back in there like that. Then all we do is take our fuel line, or our wire from our gauge, and put that back on there, and well, hopefully it works. Alright, when I checked this unit out that I just took out of the tank on the multimeter, it seemed to work okay. But I noticed one thing here. This lever stays up. You can feel it working real hard. So this lever is supposed to be free to go up and down like this. But it seems to be, apparently it was stuck up in this position, and something in here, you can feel it banging inside here. So what I did is I just changed the float on the other one that I took out 11 months ago. I just switched the float from this one over to that one. And, well, here's the results. Alright, I put in 3 gallons of gas, and we'll see if it works. Turn the key on, and come on baby, start moving. It's a slow mover. Yeah, it's going up. 3 gallons should be a quarter tank on this vehicle, because I got a 12-gallon tank on this vehicle. So apparently it's working, because it says a quarter tank and I just put 3 gallons in. So I guess that solved that problem. Hopefully for at least another 11 months. Adios.